What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Show. My name's AJ Gills. How y'all doing? It is time once more for the weekly show. I know we aren't doing articles right now. I do have articles, planned out. I have stuff logged on Twitter. You can go check out my Twitter account. Link in the description. If you want to see a lot of the articles that I'll probably be talking about this week, or at least in the next video. But I woke up this morning and I was kind of debating, do I want to do the articles or this video first? And you know what? The video won out. I just don't feel like reading a lot today, especially because I have a lot of work planned out for this weekend. I'll get into that in a quick second. But to kind of finish my thought, so we're going to be looking at the official gameplay reveal event for Borderlands 3. It's from what I've been able to glean. I just kind of skimmed through the video just to see, is there commentary going on? What is this? It actually kind of looks like an E3 kind of pseudo event where, we're going to watch gameplay. Some developers are going to sit here and talk about it and whatnot. As you can see, there's probably going to be some ads popping up in the video that I will do my best to cut out so you guys don't have to be sitting tortured by ads. I'm trying to think if there is anything else important. Nope. Other than that, expect either tomorrow or Monday. Expect an actual news video covering the articles from this week. And other than that, as I said earlier, I have a lot of work to do this weekend. Expect to see a lot of Darksiders 3, Mutant Year Zero, Valkyria Chronicles 4, and Thronebreaker: The Witcher Tales. My goal is by the end of this weekend, be today and tomorrow, I want to have those 4 games completed. I feel like if I buckle down and focus on those, I can really, I think I'm almost done with Darksiders 3. Mutant Year Zero probably would only require another 2, 3, 4 hours. The only one I'm not sure about is really Thronebreaker. So, either way, I want to try and get those done by the weekend, so expect to see a lot of those videos popping up in the next couple days. So, either way, I've yacked enough. Let's get into this.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal event. Please welcome to the stage Borderlands 3 creative director Paul Sage.
Yeah, in the mask.
And please welcome to the stage Gearbox software founder, me, Randy Pitchford.
Little self-aggrandizing, but whatever.
Thank you for joining us here in Hollywood, California, as we share Borderlands 3 gameplay for the very first time. It's hard to believe that 10 years ago, Borderlands ushered in the shooter-looter. I mean, and here we are. We're about here to experience Borderlands 3. It's been about 5 years since the Gearbox.
Is that true? Was Borderlands really kind of the origins of the loot shooter? Really? I'm not going to tell him he's wrong, because I actually can't think of anything that predates Borderlands. But at the same time, I don't feel like that's right. Huh. Anyway, if anybody can give me something that came out before Borderlands that you can, make the case that it was a loot shooter, let me know.
Gearbox software development team started working on this game, and we are so excited to be here to share it with you today.
Now, I know everybody's used to hearing me and Randy speak on behalf of the team. Today, I'd like to introduce you to some of the rest of the talent behind Borderlands.
You guys remember when E3 was like this? Maybe not necessarily like the small stage, although I'm sure, it was like this at one point. But, where it was, hey, we're going to show you a snippet of the game and talk over it instead of just trailers. Like both Sony and Xbox. Well, no, I think Sony actually, last couple of years, they've still at least shown gameplay bits, but Xbox, I think, for a lot of times, for the last few years, have just been, here's just a bunch of trailers.
These developers on stage include people that have been with Borderlands from the very beginning, when we first created the shooter-looter genre. And
all right. You know what? Let's. I'm gonna be honest. No offense to these guys. I know they're all important, but I don't really care. I want to get to the gameplay. That's what I really came here to look at. If you want to watch all this, what he has to say here, you can follow the video link in the description. I'll link this video.
Hands-on on with Borderlands 3, and this team, we're all going to be with you, helping you out.
All right, there we go.
So thank you guys.
Hey, Jeremy, Daquan, can you guys hang behind and play the game?
Jeremy and Daquan are going to be playing.
Thank you, Randy.
I'm not sure if you guys have been to an event.
We heard that guy just say that.
All of this is made possible because of our publishing partner, 2K Games, and they've had support from our hardware technology partner, AMD, powered by Ryzen and Radeon. And we have incredibly badass AMD hardware there, powered by Ryzen and Radeon, and Paul and I wanted to put that AMD hardware to the test with a PowerPoint. So,
Oh, God.
can we start the presentation?
Yeah. So we prepared a presentation on what the next Borderlands game will be.
You're looking at an engine-rendered image from the very beginning of Borderlands 3. Look at the environment. It's Pandora. The art, the style. The goal was...
Okay, I don't want to be a gigantic dickhead. Well, okay, that's kind of what I enjoyed doing. But let's be honest. This game, Borderlands, has never, at least in my opinion, has never been a hardware heavy or it had. Maybe this is just, again, me not understanding the technical difficulties of making a game with this art style. And of course, it's going to look a little sharper on on a high-end PC than it would probably look on my PS4 and my Xbox. I'm not sure. Is this game coming to Switch? If anybody knows, again, I don't think this is coming to Switch, or at least I don't remember seeing them saying. I believe this is coming out to the main two consoles, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. But either way, so I can understand it's going to look sharper on PC. Stuff usually does. But at the end of the day, does this game really require the same sort of technical or yeah, I guess technical is probably the correct term. Does this have like the hardware requirements to run and make it look the absolute tippy top best it can that a game like The Last of Us will, something that's photorealistic? Again, maybe it's just my misunderstanding of how development works, my misunderstanding of how hard it is to get a game to have this sort of Borderlands art style, but I don't think the technical requirements would be as high. At least that's my opinion. I mean, you're just sitting here, going, look at it, look how beautiful it looks. It looks really cool. Just show it to me in action, damn it.
To try to create an image that was fresh, but also familiar. We wanted to look forward and taking full advantage of today's technology in a way that respects that one-of-a-kind art direction known throughout the video game world as the Borderlands art style.
Well, it also kind of looks like Telltale's art style. I'm not gonna lie.
Actual screenshot from the game. What you're
This is the
looking at
game.
is the game.
Called it.
Now, we've skipped past the logos and a lot of the introductions because we felt that the most honest way to bring the game to you today was to start from the very beginning. So with that, let's play some Borderlands 3.
Dipstick. Oh, great, he's back. Of course he's back.
PTP Stewart Bot, but you can just call me General Claptrap of the Crimson Raiders. What's your name?
Amara.
Thanks. I'll pre-order your tombstone just in case. Now, those jerks who tried to murder you are the Children of the Vault, a bandit cult who follow their creepy leaders with blind devotion. Which reminds me, if you're going to obey my every beck and call, you'll need an echo device. Try it out. I rinsed it off myself.
What did you rinse off of it?
The Echo 3. Slightly more powerful than the Echo 2 and twice as expensive. Besides, the Echo 2 had a tiny issue with spontaneous combustion, so they rebranded those as grenades. Now listen up, recruit. Lilith ordered us to take over a Children of the Vault propaganda center. Time to show those culty weirdos that no one messes with the Crimson Raiders. Follow me, recruit, to glory!
So Lilith's ordered us to take over the recruitment center of the Children of the Vault. In the introduction that we skipped, you would learn the
Lay-in pipe, that's...
a new cult that's emerged on Pandora. Siren Lilith and the Crimson Raiders are recruiting new Vault Hunters. That's you, that's us. And we are to investigate the Children of the Vault cult and discover who their mysterious leaders are.
Before we wreak our righteous vengeance, you'll need to register your Echo at this quick change. Once we defeat the cult, I'll be famous. And when I'm signing autographs, I need you looking sharp while defending me from my legions of fans/stalkers.
I really hate you, Claptrap. I don't hate him the way I hate Donald Duck from...
Right. Now, as you can see here, we're playing as Amara, and she's a powerful Siren warrior. And like Claptrap mentioned, we're in the quick change, where it's up to you how you want your character to look. So you can change Amara and change her emotes, obviously. Okay. All right, let's keep playing for now, guys.
What was I saying? No, like I said, I don't hate Claptrap the way I hate Donald Duck from King of Hearts, but you know what? He is kind of annoying. Though he's lovable, I will say that.
The entire mission is ruined! Think, Claptrap, think! You're brave and powerful, and people always do what you tell them to! That's it! Recruit, get that gate open! That's an order from your superior officer!
I tried playing as you in the pre-sequel, and I hated it.
You're getting a glimpse here on how we use the beginning of the game to make sure players are up to speed on how first-person video games work. We can validate that players understand how to navigate the environment and interact with it.
You did it! Best recruit ever! But don't get cocky.
We'll even be able to know that a player's learned how to crouch and how to slide. You gotta make sure you can jump. And if you miss, that you can mantle up and climb the higher ledges.
The propaganda center is up ahead. Those cultists have been killing Prince and Raiders left and right. They totally suck skag balls. But I've got a foolproof plan to kick their culty asses.
So as with most games, we're using the beginning to make sure that we teach the fundamentals. We're also setting the tone of the game, right? Just like our unique art style, we want people to feel right away what we believe helps to make Borderlands special, a style of writing that's both irreverent and genuine.
I hit a weapons cache nearby. Stay quiet and follow my every move. It's stealth time.
Like how he says it's stealth time, and then just...
Here and go. I'm gonna go over here super duper quiet. Get going over here.
Okay, you know what? It's gotta be so fun to do voice acting for a character like Claptrap.
Perfect. Once we complete our mission, Lilith has to promote me to Super General.
I don't think that's an actual position, but whatever. What happened to stealth?
Stealth out the window?
Relax. On Pandora, it's actually super weird if something's not exploding. Now take your gun, recruit.
Yeah. I like how your character talks. I don't remember...
Aren't beholden to their primary function.
I don't remember characters in the previous Borderlands game having many lines. I mean, I'm not saying that she's, just a complete chatterbox, but, so we're throwing, she's saying, so we're throwing stealth out the window, she spoke to Claptrap way back at the very beginning. Again, it's nice to see that your character, they actually go out of their way and give them some lines, so it actually feels like, I don't know, it just gives something extra to your character. That was just, it was, how to put this? I feel like the characters themselves, the way they were designed, even back in Borderlands 1, because I always played as Mordecai, but again, it's always because I like to play, pistol, sniper rifle, kind of like a ranger or a scout or whatever. That was kind of like my favorite way to play. But they gave you a character that had that sort of style like Mordecai or all the other characters whose names also escape me from Borderlands 1. They all have their own sort of individuality, some character really well designed. I know I keep saying character a lot. I'm sorry, it's because I'm stumbling. They're all really interesting, but they never had any really dialogue or anything to say. So it's just kind of like, hey, we just created these cool characters that you're never going to see because this game's in first person, so deal with it. I don't know. I like that we're seeing the characters maybe be able to put some personality into this. Unless all the lines, no matter which character you play as, is always the same. If that's the case, well, then got to admit I'm a little disappointed.
I can dance and sing, and some guns now include an alternate shooting mode. Try it out.
Okay, can we shoot Claptrap?
Follow me, recruit.
All right, so as Claptrap just mentioned, in order to stay competitive, some of our gun manufacturers have added alternate firing modes. And if we look here, we can see that we have a Vladoff pistol. And if we just fire regularly, we just fire bullets. But if we switch our alternate firing modes, we fire off micro missiles.
Oh yeah, that's normal.
Now later in the game, you'll find guns that can switch between ice bullets and fire bullets, or you might find guns that have a chain gun on top, but when you switch firing modes, it'll shoot out grenades. It gets pretty crazy, and then players who maximize alt firing modes will have like twice the guns available than they had to start with.
I think I read somewhere that there's one gun that shoots another gun that runs around and shoots people.
Wait here. I'll talk my way in, become their king, and then you'll surprise
Become their king.
Watch and learn, recruit. Hello? Anyone there?
Sorry.
This is Shin, holy influencer of the children of the vault. What do you want, Crampot?
Hello?
Huh, it's kind of like GLaDOS, but
It is I.
I was about to say insane, but...
The Destroyer and Super General of the Crimson Raiders. We have you completely surrounded. Open the gates now, and perhaps I will be merciful.
Yeah. Let me think about that.
They might call themselves children of the vault, but they're still bandits, and bandits are incredibly stupid.
Okay, we're going to surrender. Please don't kill us, Crampot.
That's what I thought. Open the doors immediately for your new king.
Easy. I'm coming out. Just wait right there.
We did it! I did it! Another victory for the Crimson Raiders!
Yeah, I don't think so, my dude.
I feel funny. What's happening to me?
They magnetized their door? No, this is a giant magnet.
See the degrading cover?
Yeah, I've never
Oh,
thought of cover in a game like Borderlands.
M for mature, right?
Thank you, Randy. I'd assume. I just shot right through his legs.
The sweat.
Accept your Crampot. You're gonna be my new chamberbot. I'm gonna boop in your head.
Why does that name Shiv? Why does that remind? I feel like he was a character already. And of course, the way I always have to play.
Claptrap can be a little claptrap, but he's still one of us. We're gonna have to save him. I'll be there soon.
So let's see if we can find some loot. I saw over near that door. I saw a red chest. It looks like a trunk of a car.
That's cute.
What do we got here? What else is there? Oh, that's interesting.
All right, so we can see that this weapon has high accuracy, higher handling. Let's look at the other one. All right, and this weapon has higher damage and a higher reload time. So it's either finesse or brute force in this case.
So what do you guys think? Should we
Or brute force.
Should we go with that badass scope? I think you guys said scope, but I heard some. You know what? Take both of them. We'll try the scope and then we'll switch. Oh, that's pretty badass.
Where's my mouse?
These are like
Go away, ads.
guns, too.
This could save your life, then you will be a life debt.
Over here!
God, you gotta love bayonets.
Oil's flammable.
Yeah, no duh.
Recruit, there's no way your supple and delicate body can survive a showdown with Shiv unprotected. Look around for a shield.
Okay, we need a
Say
shield.
supple
This is
and
an
delicate
alien mission,
body.
So if we look around, we should be able to find some somewhere.
Oh my god.
Not in the skag pile.
Daquan, you
Oh,
on this?
note to self to break that.
All right.
That looks promising.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like they know where it is.
77. 105, that's better. Take that one.
You got a shield. Now you're invincible. Not really, but it just might keep Shiv from killing you in one hit. Now let's get you in there, recruit. Hey, Shiv! All your dumb friends are dead. I challenge you to a trial by combat. But
What is this, Game of Thrones?
Royal champion shall vanquish you in my stead.
Come on in, heretic! I haven't met my sacrifice quota for the day!
So I know you guys are getting ahead of me. You can know what's coming next. This is our first mini boss fight. Daquan, you ready? We're flying without a net here, no god mode, so let's do it.
I swear, I remember this character.
Nice. Oh god.
Yeah, I wouldn't get caught on a fire barrel there.
Oh!
Well played. Alright, Randy, you can calm down.
One for the Crimson Raiders. You and Claptrap secure the area. I'm on my way.
These close-ups of your eyes.
Different every time they play it. That was like the best kill ever. I'm glad you guys got to see that. Oh, look at that.
Alright, Randy Pitchford, you can, again, I get it. You made the, you know, you're the director, whatever on this game. Calm down, dude.
Now you'll notice that Daquan picked up the shotgun that Shiv dropped. We think it's really important that your moment of victory should have a subsequent reward to it right at that moment. So of course you can pick up gear right away.
All right, dude. Daquan has the same affliction I have, where you have to open every single freaking chest. This is a demo.
Oh, come on. That's a gamer thing. Like, anyone out there watching, if you can avoid opening everything, let me know. I can't.
So, it's not a Borderlands game, of course, unless Claptrap jumps between being needy and bossy and just pathetic. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but I still kind of love Claptrap, so let's help him out.
Love to hate him.
Oh.
In Borderlands 3, you can revive NPCs, and NPCs can revive you. Let's help out Claptrap.
Focus.
Wow! I did it! I single-handedly took on the COV and sent them packing. Now all that's left is to signal Lilith that the mission is complete.
All right, so we're about 19 minutes into this, maybe a little less when it comes to the actual gameplay, but so far I'm not seeing anything that really sets this apart from the other Borderlands games. In all honesty, this is kind of why I played the first game, and honestly, it was fine. I mean, I enjoyed the first game. I had fun, but you know, if you'd say, "Well, AJ, do you want to play another one?" Because Borderlands 2 to me was just kind of the same thing. And I just never really got into it and never kept playing. Same with the pre-sequel. I don't think I actually completed 2 or 3. Or 2 or the pre-sequel. I think the most recent Borderlands game, I said that in quotes, that I've completed was Tales from the Borderlands. And that was, granted, Tales from the Borderlands was phenomenal. I will say that was a really good game. Go check out the Let's Play on the channel, by the way. Sorry, self-promotion. But I'm not seeing anything here that's really, oh my gosh, this is so new. This is, or anything. It just seems like more of the same, which, granted, I understand why people are excited for it. I'm just looking for that thing that's really going to set this one apart from the past. That really makes it, we needed a third Borderlands game, not, hey, we don't have any other ideas. Let's just make another Borderlands game.
Lilith, I can safely report that Operation Trojan Contract was a complete success. I did it all by myself.
I'll bet. Well, the cult's destroyed every other Crimson Raider stronghold, so this'll have to do for now. So what's your name, killer?
I am Amara. Nice tattoo, Siren Sister. You must be the voice in my head.
Yeah, about that. Not the weirdest thing you're gonna see on Pandora. But seriously, thanks for answering my call. We might not have the numbers, but with a badass like you, we've got a fighting chance. Welcome to the Crimson Raiders.
Hey, do you hear bloodthirsty screaming?
More COV. Let's see what you got, recruit.
I will say this. I am saying, well, this game isn't doing anything different than the other ones. I'm saying that is a bad thing. But then I will play something like Valkyria Chronicles 4, which is literally Valkyria Chronicles 1, just with a new character class. The difference is I loved Valkyria Chronicles. I didn't need it to change. And that's something else. When I'm doing this commentary, I'm coming at this from my personal standpoint. I'm looking for something to get super excited about this game. Is what I'm looking for. God damn it, stupid ads.
We're going to skip ahead for a minute, but I want you to consider what we've...
Just kind of finishing that thought. I don't want to really talk over them. No, what I'm getting at is, or when I say this before somebody says, "Oh, well, you're just talking for your own." Well, yeah, that's you're just talking from your own opinions, or your own personal tastes. Correct. I will not lie. I'm not. This is definitely me just giving my opinion on what I'm seeing and what this feels like to me. And frankly, that is my problem with the Borderlands series. It's just they've never really grabbed me like they've grabbed a lot of other people. And I mean, that's nothing wrong. I mean, if you enjoy them, you enjoy them. Do it. Great. Just like Valkyria Chronicles. I've heard a lot of people say, well, Valkyria Chronicles 4 is the same as Valkyria Chronicles 1, just with the Grenadier class. And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm fine with that because I love Valkyria Chronicles. I loved what it is. So I wanted to get that out there. That yes, I understand that. Just I'm looking for me something to really get excited. No matter what, I'm going to play Borderlands 3. Hell, I plan on actually sitting down and getting through Borderlands the pre-sequel, and Borderlands 2 before 3. Hopefully before 3. That is my plan, and I am planning on playing 3. I'm just looking for something to really get me that excitement.
Learned so far. You're a new Vault Hunter, and you've just joined Lilith and the Crimson Raiders. Our enemies on Pandora are a fanatical cult called the Children of the Vault. And from here, you and Lilith will fight side by side to capture their recruitment center, where Lilith believes that she can recover a key that will lead her to find vaults on other worlds. The hunt will eventually lead us here to the Holy Broadcast Center, where a fearsome, powerful bandit boss named Mouthpiece broadcasts propaganda to the Children of the Vault all over Pandora. We're here to invade the Holy Recruitment Center, face Mouthpiece, and liberate the key to the vaults.
Okay, so like Randy just mentioned, we've skipped ahead in this story, but if you'll notice, we've also skipped ahead in levels. So I want to take the time to show you the skill trees in Borderlands 3. All right. So when you first get your skills in Borderlands 3, you don't just have one action skill available to you, you have all 3 action skills available to you at the moment you open it up. So then what you do is you equip one of your action skills. Do we want to take a look at the action skills? So this first one is Phase Grasp. Now, Phase Grasp will be reminiscent of Maya in that she'll be able to control the battlefield by lifting enemies up into the air. The next one here is Phase Cast. With Phase Cast, she'll shoot out a spectral form of herself to kill enemies on the battlefield. And finally, we have Phase Slam. Now, Phase Slam is an area of effect that comes out around Amara and destroys enemies and knocks them back. So now as you progress, once you've picked your action skill and equipped it, you'll also open up augmentations that allow you to further customize that action skill. So there's a way to maximize the build of your character.
We've worked hard to make sure that each of our 4 characters is completely unique, but even within each character, there are hundreds of meaningful options. If 2 people want to team up and play the same character, they will very likely have completely different capabilities.
How about you show me what the other characters can do? Because this is not the character I'd personally play as. Again, like I said earlier, I played as Mordecai, and I played as the was his name Zero? In 2, I can't remember what his name was. I played as the hell I had the katana. I think it was like a ninja or something. I want to say it was Zero, but I could be entirely off.
I was very lucky.
Okay, I was saying how, I will say earlier I was kind of saying, man, Borderlands not really my cup of tea, but man, it always makes me smile.
At the damage numbers that come up off the enemies here. So we'll use some of that information later, but just for now, like, look at some of these numbers like 56, 26.
26 is there. Ooh.
Oh. Now that's a Hyperion shotgun. Hyperion shotguns have shields that come out.
You want to switch back to that shotgun?
I will have a place in the great fucking fire.
Okay, so it opens when you aim down sight. What's this thing? Sorry, give me a second. It'll pop back up and go back a couple seconds. This right here, is this So I'm assuming there's going to be challenges. Are these going to be challenges as in, or how to express this? Are there going to be challenges as those are just general challenges just while you're out in the game, or is this challenges that are going to pop up? I'm trying to think how to say this. Are these challenges that are just going to be out there while I'm exploring? I can, get that tight spread challenge, or is this mission specific? Because I think that there'd be interesting, like, trophy and just replayability and just sort of that collector mentality sort of potential here. I will say the shooting looks damn smooth. I will give it that.
It's a new elemental type, radiation.
Oh, I was thinking that was poison. Okay.
If a radiated enemy dies, he'll explode and radiate the enemies around him.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
I like the slide. I like the look of the enemies and everything. The design. That's what I'm getting at.
All right, I think you cleaned this area up. Let's see what kind of loot we can find. It's an outhouse, but it's got a green light.
Well, hello.
Some good stuff. Okay, let's see here. So Amara's level 5. These weapons are level 5. I want you to notice that, by the way. Notice the two here. We've got a rare and an epic, both level 5. And the reason why I want you to remember that is because that was kind of a challenging fight. We're going to need some help for the next section, so we're going to bring in a co-op buddy. Borderlands 3, of course, is fully co-op playable, split screen, networked, however you like to play. Amara just picked up the purple. Turn around and let's look and find our co-op buddy. This is Zane Flint, the operative. Say hi, Zane.
Hey, that's the guy I'm gonna play as.
Switch to Zane's view. Can we flip that now? Okay, this is Zane's view. I want you to notice something here. Zane is level 25. So obviously Zane's been playing longer than Amara, who is level 5.
Neat.
And if we look at Zane's loot, he's got his own instance of loot. What's going on here? This is called loot instancing. It's a new optional feature in Borderlands 3, and it allows each cooperative player to have their own instance of loot. Instance loot is helpful for players that want to play cooperatively but don't want to compete for the loot that drops. There's nothing worse than when you're getting online with random.
With what Pitchers was talking about, we read an article 2-3 weeks ago about this. I mean, it didn't say loot instancing, but it talked about how each player that the loot that each player will see, or how to put it. Say there's 2 guns, you kill a boss, and 2 guns pop out. I run over. I only want one of them to take one. Generally, before, at least as I understand it, if you were playing co-op, I'd take that one gun, it was gone from your screen as well. No, I take it on mine, but on your side, there's still 2 guns there. So you can still pick it out. But what I didn't catch this, that the level requirement, or that, that the guns scale. So, with the last person, when they're playing as Amara, they picked up the epic loot. So they picked that up at I think it was a level 5 gun. So now that this guy who's playing as Zane, he's coming in stronger. Still, not only are both guns there, but they're scaled to meet his level. I like that.
Randoms, and there's a loot ninja in the group, right? So instance loot solves that problem for players that want to use it. The other feature that complements this is level balancing. Notice how Zane's loot is not only instanced, but it's actually balanced for his level. That means the loot, the enemies, everything automatically balances to the level of the player so that everyone has a good time. In my co-op group, some of us would get ahead of the others, right? And then when we come back together, we'd be out of whack. Well, with instant loot and this mode of gameplay, everything balances out.
I like that.
That's okay. You can clap if you'd like. Now, there's still some of us who actually like competing for loot or bringing in overpowered characters to help, level up those lower level characters. And for those of you who are like that, we can assure you that there is still a mode for you in Borderlands 3. It's called Classic Mode.
That's right. Now that we've seen Zane the Operative, let's have a look at what he can do. Since Zane is level 25, we've already equipped a lot of action skills and our skill points here. You want to walk us through this, Paul?
Yeah, let's do this. All right, so the first skill we have is Digiclone. Now, Digiclone is really cool because it not only acts as a decoy, it will actually shoot guns as well. But probably my favorite feature is the fact that you can teleport to your Digiclone at any time and swap places.
Ooh.
This next ability is called the Sentinel. Now, the Sentinel is an autonomous drone that'll fly out to enemies and weaken those enemies, or even use your grenades if you have grenade mods equipped. And then we have the barrier skill. Now, Zane will throw out a barrier in front of it, and it'll block incoming bullets and things like that. But of course, one of the coolest features is that if your team or Zane are around this barrier, sometimes it'll confer benefits like healing, or even if you fire through it, it'll add elemental types to that. Now, probably my favorite feature of Zane is the fact that Zane can use 2 action skills at one time.
That's right. And if you think about it,
I'd go with the Sentinel and the clone,
which is kind of like the soldier class's capability with that turret. He's got the Sentinel, which is almost like Mordecai's Bloodwing, but a little hyped up from that.
Sure, yeah.
He's got the Digiclone, which is kind of like our assassin skill from Borderlands 2. He's kind of like a soldier, a hunter, and an assassin all wrapped up in one. All right, we've got Amara.
He's basically my favorite kind of character to play.
See if we can find Mouthpiece.
Oopsie, looks like
Nifty.
technical issue, but don't worry. We'll post the welcome vid
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.
Another perfect live stream from our infallible God Queen Tyrene! The Holy Broadcast Center opens once again!
I think that's how I'm gonna start ending videos. Like, follow, obey. I like that, and I'm start calling myself the God King. That's just exactly what my ego needs.
Your sins and receive your skins!
Ouch.
Still got it.
See Zane marking targets for the Sentinel? Also check out his damage numbers, right? His enemies are level 27, but his damage is balanced to Amara's game, because he's in Amara's game right now.
I like that. It's kind of like,
They're level 5.
sorry. I really like that. It reminds me of the normalization from the Division 2, where I think a lot of games are really trying to push this now. They're trying to push this now that everything's trying to move more towards this co-op thing. I mean, Borderlands has always been, co-op. But now that games are really starting to push this co-op style of gameplay now that we're seeing a lot more of, whether you like it or not, I'm not against it necessarily. I just wish that, the single player stuff was still better. But that's beside the point. That we're really seeing them try to push this. That if one of your friends is super high level, it doesn't completely crap on all of your plans to play together. You can still play together. Everything will still be balanced and work. I really like that games are really starting to take the time nowadays to do that.
All right, we clean this area up. Let's see if we can find some loot.
Okay, now, once again, being honest, to show the breadth of guns that we have in the game, or just some of the breadth, we cheated a little bit and added some chests with some better weapons here.
That red chest isn't going to be in the game you play. We just
Right.
added that for this purpose because there's plenty of red chests. You guys will be fine. We'll feed you baby birds. It's cool.
Feed you baby birds.
We wanted to show you some TDR guns, right? Because you remember TDR, they're disposable. Instead of reloading them, you throw them away. And when you throw away a TDR gun in Borderlands 3, some crazy shit can happen. We've got, guns with legs. Let's see some other options. What does this one do? All right, we've just picked up a few TDR weapons. Let's take them into the next fight.
Go, just ignore that green on the ground there.
We're just not gonna learn, are we? We're just gonna keep eating those speakers.
I like the little gun that's running around on the ground. That's pretty adorable.
See that one, Merv's rockets out.
Yeah, throw another one of those Merv guns out. Check this out. With homing rockets. That was a little close to your ears.
Oh, goodbye.
All right, you guys ready? Oh, you learned! We can dodge that. That's wicked.
Yeah, guys, give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. My mom was out cleaning the kitchen and didn't realize I was recording. She was messing around with some cupboards with a bunch of pots and pans and whatnot in it. So if you were hearing clunking for like the last 5 minutes, that's what that was.
ammunition vending machines. Hey, walk up to that ammo vending machine. I want to show you guys this. Now, he's already full on ammo, but you just press that or press Y right there and you can reload all your ammo. You don't even have to go in and buy things one at a time.
Oh, sweet.
Of course, you can buy individual pieces if you want. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever you play a video game and you happen upon a room where there's ammo and vending machines to kind of make sure you're stocked up, it can be a pretty safe bet that you're about to run into a boss fight. Not only is Borderlands 3 a much, much larger game than any Borderlands game before it, but we've added more boss fights than ever before because we think boss fights are exciting opportunities for players to have their skill tested, but also to be rewarded with kick-ass loot. So let's go ahead and see if we can find Mouthpiece.
All right.
We're gonna give you a boss fight every 3 minutes. And then, yes, they will overlap. I like how they're playing with the sound and all that. That's cute. Sonic Doom. Son of a bitch. At least they're not like video ads, but still, it annoys me. So the digital clone will shoot. Interesting. Okay, that's how he's doing that. He's teleporting. That's neat.
Dodge that area of effect that Mouthpiece just made.
So for people who play like I do, who play single player, that's going to be a really useful ability. To be able to drop that, to be able to like drop that on one side of the area, have the boss, especially these bosses that use melee weapons. They'll run at and charge the clone. I teleport away. Or I swap places with the clone. I can constantly be moving, and it also allows people like me who also enjoy playing with pistol rifle. And yes, that's right. I play pistol and sniper rifle in this game. That's my usual go-tos.
Gotta look at the loot, man.
You got some loot over there.
Let's get the loot.
Yeah.
Hey, did
It's a
you
lot
guys
of
see
loot.
The gun that Mouthpiece was shooting at us with the like kind of sound waves flying out. Check this out. One of the greatest feelings in Borderlands is when an enemy's using a gun against you, you kill that guy, and then you take that gun and use it against your next foes. I love that so much.
Yeah. Well, let's do what we came here for, and let's get the vault map.
Amara, you gonna pick that up?
Did you come all this way for that busted-ass map, or are you just here to see me? Didn't know you were such a super fan. Well, you missed the show. Oh, right. But you're all like, what's up with those husks? Well, it's a thing I do. Check out the screens.
The hell? And some sort of like blood mage?
So I offered the Sun Smashers a place in our family, but they just wanted guns and cash. They betrayed the family. Oh, then Troy said something great.
Gods don't negotiate.
Gods don't negotiate. I love it.
Why are you moving so much?
Like I said, that map is super busted, so go ahead and take it. I'll swing by later to pick it up. You're my most loyal follower, Vault Thief. You just don't know it yet.
I love her a little bit.
So you've just met Troy and Tyreen Calypso, the Calypso twins. We learned earlier that on Pandora there's a cult called the Children of the Vault, and every cult needs leaders. This cult is led by the Calypso twins. And they've sort of built a cult of personality around themselves, right? You guys know the type of streamers we're talking about, you know, the kind of streamers everybody hates. So these are like the
Right here.
douchiest kind of streamers
Right here.
of the impossible future that you can possibly imagine. As Tyreen demonstrated, she has the ability to leech power from any living thing. And her aim is to use her cult to lead her to the vaults so that she can soak up the power of the vault monsters. Of course, we're vault hunters. We can't allow her to beat us to the prize. So with a vault map in hand, we're now in a race to find the vaults hidden on other worlds throughout the galaxy. In other words, when we go to those other worlds, we're gonna need a ride, right? So later in our adventure, we're gonna find a spaceship.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'd like to introduce Sanctuary 3. We don't talk about Sanctuary 2. Since Sanctuary 3 is our home base, it's a great stopping point between missions. On Sanctuary 3, we can meet our friends, trade our loot, and prepare ourselves for what comes next. You'll notice here there's a quick change station where we can modify our appearance, but there's a new vending machine here on the right. This is sort of a space lost and found. Have you guys ever lost loot in Borderlands, like a purple or a legendary lands in some place we can't reach? We collect all that loss for you.
Oh, that's dope.
It here for you. You'll never lose loot again.
That's
Let's
cool.
talk about this. This is your player quarters. Now, because we're playing Amara right now, all of the decoration, everything is built around Amara. But you can see that you can place items that you find in the world, like this gun. All right, we got a Torg pistol here.
Pretty rad.
But again, you can modify your player quarters to how you want to play.
Since we picked up a pistol, we'll take it with us on a tour around Sanctuary. And why don't we stop first? Let's head over to Marcus. Just keep going. Ignore that golden chest. Marcus's place.
I like this.
It's a beautiful day, full of opportunity.
Now, in Borderlands 3, Marcus will be our vendor for upgrades to our storage deck unit, right? So we can get more storage to carry more loot and more ammunition.
You'll notice that it costs cash to upgrade your storage deck.
Marcus also has a shooting range back there, so if you want to get your skills up, practice with any interesting new guns you found, you can do that.
See, I'm just gonna pause real quick. I was getting nervous because as soon as he said, you know, meet other people, yada yada yada, I'm sitting there going, oh god, this is gonna be like a live area where while I'm running around, here's a bunch of people that I don't know. We're all just running around the ship. No, from what it looks like, this is This is kind of like your Normandy, your whatever the ship's name, like the Tempest in Andromeda. I can't remember. But it's one of those. It's kind of like your home base. So I was a little fearful for a second that, oh god, there's just going to be random people running around and I have to deal with them. No, okay, this is a single player thing, so I can probably go around and probably talk to people. I like this. It really looks like they're pushing more story in this Borderlands, and I really like that. I think that's something that maybe why Borderlands never grabbed me. I've always said this. I'm a big story person. I love narratives in games, and Borderlands, well, they've been fun, they've been nicely written, everything's made sense. It's just, there's never been a story to really grab me. Maybe it's because I didn't play far enough into Borderlands 2, or the pre-sequel, but 1 never grabbed me that way. And I'm really starting to see more of that in this demo.
We're just going to take a look around this place. Isn't that cool? This map has changed more hands than any other content in Borderlands 3. We've had so many of our talented world builders want to get their hands on this and make it great. It's not a pub until you have a Moxie's bar, right?
Look at you, brightening up my day. The name's Moxie. What's yours, sugar?
Sir, your Oh, that's great. Oh, man. Oh. Jeez, that's funny. I just drop a grenade.
Well, thanks for encouraging that.
Let's keep going on the tour. Right. I love Sanctuary. I mean, it's just such a beautiful, I don't know, the level, I didn't work on this one that much. I just kind of helped guide some of it, but the guys that did the art for this, it's absolutely stunning. These are the jokes.
You're up late. Evening.
Knock, knock. Anyone home?
Just a moment. Almost there.
Of course we need a kooky doctor.
Surprisingly comfortable, you know? Like a fleshy sleeping bag. Although I do feel a bit viscous.
So Tannis is back. Let's go head up to the bridge.
All right.
Hey, Paul.
Yes, Randy.
What can we do on the bridge?
So for the first time ever, we can leave the Pandoran system.
And you can see Pandora in there in the distance.
What's up, killer? All right, let's get to it.
We're in orbit around Pandora right now. We'll check it out briefly before we take off. You can see its distinctive iridian scar. But with a spaceship like Sanctuary 3, we can visit other worlds. Now, this is early in the game, so we haven't unlocked a lot of the other places that you will get to explore. But for now, we're going to do interstellar fast travel to Promethea.
Anyone else's eyes hurt?
Arrived in one piece.
We're going to go down to Promethea in a moment, check it out. We'll have to make our way to the docking bay in order to do that. In Borderlands, you'll be able to go back and forth between Promethea and Pandora and all of the other worlds that you discover throughout the game.
Might even find a few familiar faces here.
What's up, badass?
I love Maya's look. She's fully Jedi'd out. We'll take a couple other
I feel like that would mean more to me if I played all of the other games.
Continue our tour of Sanctuary 3.
Except for everything.
Oh yeah, let's go to Hammerlocks.
Now here in Hammerlock's, one of the cool things is Hammerlock asks you to kill different creatures, and this is a trophy room for killing those creatures.
Oh, it's you! Apologies, it's dark and I've never actually...
Of course, he's English.
You can see right now all of the trophy mounts on the wall are empty, which means that we've got work to do, right?
A lot of work to do.
I smell trophy.
Now here in the ship, you can see we have shortcuts built in.
The more time you spend on Promethea, the more familiar you'll get with it. We've kind of engineered some shortcuts and other ways to get around, so you can find what you need pretty quickly.
How's your day going?
Hey there, sugar boots.
Ellie's sort of our ship mechanic, and she runs the cargo bay. Down here, we can check out vehicles we've collected. We can also get access to the planets when we're in orbit. We've also got some stowaways we can meet.
Scooter is...
What you want?
Scooter's dead, right? After his death in Tales from the Borderlands, because Tales from the Borderlands, I believe, is canon. If anybody can tell me, Tales from the Borderlands, that's canon, right? So Scooter is dead in the Borderlands universe. He's not... I think that's true. If anybody knows for certain, let me know.
Don't look at me like that. I'm doing all the wheel work here.
I don't...
Okay.
And he locked us out.
I think he's building a girlfriend.
I can't believe that Claptrap's lonely. It's just hard to believe. So we're going to head to the drop pod here. This will help us get down to Promethea. In fact, why don't we just skip ahead a little bit? Rather than start at the beginning of Promethea, we can jump forward a bunch of levels, and I want to show you some pretty exciting action here.
Yeah, you don't want to show us too much story.
The headquarters of the Atlas Corporation. And you'll notice as we proceed that Atlas is actually under siege by Maliawan and their private army. You see, in Borderlands, in this universe, when a corporation attempts a hostile takeover, they do it with full military-grade force.
Now, before we start, I want you to take a look at the gun we're using here. This is an Atlas pistol. Now, the cool thing about an Atlas pistol is it has an alt-fire mode that fires out a tracking dart. And when you fire the tracking dart, it marks a target. And then every bullet that you fire subsequently will hit that target. It's like the Fifth Element gun.
Finally.
Nice reference there.
Oh, let me introduce our demoists. We've got Chris. Chris is playing as Zane, and Zane's going to be our co-op buddy this time. And Paul is playing as Amara, which is what's on screen for us to watch. You'll notice Amara and Zane are both at level 10. And we've actually set them up with microphones so that we can listen in on their chatter as they play. Paul, Chris, you guys ready?
I'm good. Hey-o.
All right. So let's watch. This is the world's first Borderlands 3 co-op live stream. Take it away, Paul and Chris.
After you. All right, I'm going in. There's a bunch of enemies over here. I'm gonna head on the right side and try and split them up.
All right, I see a couple behind cover. I'm gonna just pop a tracker.
I'll take conversations that never happen in actual co-op for 200, Alex.
Switching over grenade.
Nice shot.
I mean, I don't know. What kind of conversations do you guys have when you're playing co-op? Like, do you guys have like actual like tactical conversations? Like, I'm not saying I don't, but I don't have, like, the ones that we ever see in demos.
Missed my dart. Hit him with a grenade.
Got him.
Down.
Nice.
That weapons depot's a juicy target, but they've got an impenetrable security force field surrounding it. If you somehow crack it open, you're going to find some quality firepower in there.
So you've just heard from Lorelei. She's an all-new NPC. We skipped past her introduction since we skipped ahead, and we skipped also a lot of her storyline, but trust that you'll be able to meet and spend a lot of time with Lorelei and other NPCs as you explore Promethea and the other worlds of Borderlands 3. You guys ready to finish the fight?
Let's go.
Do it.
I'm going around right.
All right, gonna throw down a shield.
Cool. Gonna swing into the shield. Taking out shield for you?
Yeah. Picking it up.
Switching to corrosive for this. Tracking a bunch of them.
Pull them all in. Nice.
And burn.
See, I like how he's, you know, when he's firing the tracker bullet, he's just like firing up into the air when you... There's really no need to do that. I mean, it's cool, sure, to shoot up into the air, but still, it's unnecessary. Let's be honest.
Got two more over here. Nice.
Last one.
He's done.
Nice.
I see a chest back here.
See what you get.
All right, one I can't use, one I can. Got a Torg.
Got a bunch of let-off pistols.
That level 12's a little OP, but you guys can save it.
Oh, delayed fire mode.
Ah, neat.
Ready to move on?
All right.
You gotta give him... Oh, here's my character from Borderlands 2. WTF. Yeah, I was right. His name was Zero. Stupid dog.
Wow. Thank you guys. Wow. I don't know if anybody got that math joke, divide by zero, but
They got it.
we're nerds, you know, what are you gonna do? Look, we can't wait for you guys to play this massive game for yourselves and to discover whatever surprises and characters and loot and plot twists and everything there is to experience and explore in Borderlands 3.
So today, based on the time we have, we've just been able to show you just a tiny fraction of the game. And so with that, I think what we wanted to show is just a little bit more of the breadth that we have. So we prepared a trailer for you here.
Sorry, I'm just checking to see what else is left in the video. If we're gonna get any more gameplay, it's just gonna be more talking. Well, we'll play this out. I am sorry about that dog. can't tell. For some reason, I feel like the guy's singing Big Finger Guns. I had to get up. I went and made sure that my dog would shut up. I don't know, like an animal or something ran in front of the door. God, man, you got to give them some massive credit for being as creative as they are with the guns. Are those vehicles from Star Wars? I mean, I can already say this. Like, I'm liking that it looks like we're getting different environments. It does look like they are changing some stuff up. I mean, I guess at the core, it's a Borderlands game, and for some reason that disappoints me a little bit. I don't know why. It's just going, oh hey, there's gonna be a third Borderlands game, and I'm still just kind of sitting here going, okay. I mean, I could do without it, but you know what? This event has definitely made me go, you know what? I'm looking forward to it more now than I did before. Before it was just like, I'll play it and I'll probably enjoy it and just enjoy the goofiness, whatever. But now I'm sitting here thinking, you know what? I'm probably gonna have a lot more fun with this than I thought. I'm not saying like, ooh, I can't wait, but I will say that it definitely looks. It's looking a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I haven't mentioned I love that box art.
Wow. Thank you guys. Thank you. Wow. Oh wow, thank you guys. Oh man.
All right, calm down, Randy.
Oh wow. You know, I don't think we've ever shown this much of a Gearbox game before, or just soon after announcing it, frankly. The fact is, we've never had this much time to finish and polish a Gearbox game before, so we're feeling really good about the position we're in and excited to bring Borderlands 3 to the world. As you can plainly see, we've made a commitment to what Borderlands is supposed to be. We've made a commitment to the story, the style, and the design that our fans have told us loud and clear that they cherish and want us to preserve in Borderlands 3. You know, it's an interesting time in games right now. There's all kinds of people making all kinds of money, doing all kinds of interesting stuff out there. We just love video games. We think video games are supposed to be fun, and we love Borderlands, so we wanted to make sure that we were true to what it is. And if you want to play offline, we've got you. If you want to play online,
thank you.
Of course, all the co-op modes you expect are there. Yeah, we're going to do some kick-ass campaign DLC, and I'm sure we're going to do all kinds of fun customizations like heads and skins, but we're not doing any of that free-to-play junk. There's not going to be any microtransactions. There's not going to be any of that nonsense. And if you've played a Borderlands game before, we expect you to feel right at home. But we've made sure to design Borderlands 3 in the story and in the gameplay and everything such that this is the perfect entry point for any gamer that's going to be experiencing Borderlands for the very first time when Borderlands 3 launches on September 13th. And what you've seen today so far, it's really just scratching the surface. Borderlands 3 is massive. It is by far the largest Borderlands game we've ever made. And we've just had an hour to touch a couple things near the beginning of the game. Working closely with our publishing partner 2K Games, you can expect to see more and more of Borderlands 3 through the summer up until the launch on September 13th. We're planning to share more and more of the game at upcoming shows, right? We're going to be at E3. We're going to go to Gamescom in Germany. We're going to go to the Penny Arcade Expo, of course. We're going to hit a few other things. We're even going to crash Guardian Con in Orlando. So that should be fun. And we're not even finished today. In this room with us, we've brought 200 AMD-powered machines where you guys are all going to have a chance to play Borderlands 3 yourselves. It's going to be an unguided experience. We're going to just drop you in Promethea, do whatever you want, mainline quests, side quests, just free play, right? We're going to give you 90 minutes. And I know all of you guys are going to be streaming to all of your followers, so have fun. We want you to have a blast with it. If you're watching them on Twitch, if you're watching these guys play on Twitch, be sure to take advantage of the custom Borderlands 3 Twitch extension that we've created at Gearbox. You can link it to your Shift account so that you can start collecting Borderlands 3 loot today, and that's going to be waiting for you when the game launches on September 13th. Now, it's going to take Paul and the rest of the Gearbox guys a few minutes to get everybody set up on the stations over there.
All right, you know what? I say we'll close here because I don't think they're actually going to be talking anymore about the game. All right, well, guys, there you go. There was the reveal event for Borderlands 3. I already kind of went over my kind of like my final opinions or thoughts about this. It's like I said, this isn't a game that I'm so excited for that, you know, just I'm like, get here. Kind of like Judgment is for me next month, you know, from Ryoga Gotoku. I probably flubbed that name a little bit there, but, you know, the developers from the development studio behind Yakuza, Judgment's coming out, I think, late next month. And honestly, I'm super bummed for that. Can't freaking wait for it. But this game is one of those that it is a big pillar this year, and especially I think this reveal event really did make it more of that. What's the feeling for me? What's the word I'm looking for here? It really made this a game that I'm more excited to play than I was before. Because it's like I said before, I was just kind of like Borderlands 3, But now I'm kind of like Borderlands 3 looks pretty good. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with it. If I can find the time and also get my hands on the games, I will blast through the other Borderlands games as quickly as I can and as thoroughly as I can. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Tell me what you guys thought down in the comments, or you want to answer any of the variety of questions I asked you guys during this video. As I said earlier, please expect to see in the next day or two the articles from this week. Like I said, I had to do these separate just because this video was going to be really long. And I think that's about it. So thanks for watching. Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links and stuff is down in the description below, along with a link to this video. Like, comment, you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. I'm saying because I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's about it. So thanks for watching. My name's AJ Gels. This is the Game Channel. I'm out.